Welcome to Venusian Soul Tarot. Today I'm back with a timeless pick a card reading and it's going to be mystery message. So I want you to cast your gaze over the cards and ask your higher self which card has a message for you. We have group number 1, group 2, group 3 and group 4. If you need to pause the video to meditate further, please do so. But for those of you who are ready, let's get started. Hi group 1. So for this group, I get a really strong energy of new beginnings for you. There's a sense of following creative sparks, moving in a new direction and potentially building something new, or there's something that you're working towards that the divine is supporting you in creating and building. But there could be a little bit of either hesitation or doubt about, because what I'm seeing is with the Page of Swords and Page of Wands, there's almost like an idea or a creative spark or something that you're wanting to do in the physical, but there could be some fear or hesitation about building it into something stable, or even with the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, building it into something that's financially abundant, because I am seeing an emphasis here on financial abundance as well. So what I'm getting from Spirit is this really strong message of keep moving ahead or keep acting on your intuition and on your ideas, because this could be a situation where things are slow to begin, or it's like you're growing into a particular vision, into your purpose, but it may not bear fruit at the very beginning. And the divine does not want you to second guess yourself or doubt the path you're on. Because for some of you, especially with Star Child, I feel like many of you are receiving inspiration or ideas around what you incarnated for. This is very strong life purpose energy. And it's almost as though the divine doesn't want you to lose hope or become discouraged right before your breakthroughs. And with Star Child as well, for some of you, what you have this creative spark or idea for could be something quite radical. You may be birthing something very new or something very distinct into the world. So there could be an element here of self-doubt or apprehension around what you're doing as well. But it's like the divine is telling you to keep moving, because with Page of Swords and Page of Wands, I think for this group, you gain a lot of inspiration from the divine or from the unseen realms. And you may move through the world with Star Child in a way that's not readily understood. For example, your life and your lifestyle may look drastically different than those around you. And it's almost like you need to use this divine juice or this divine creativity to bring things to life or generate abundance. And with that crystal Ametrine, the blend of amethyst and citrine, what I'm getting is using your third eye or using your visions to generate abundance, to generate a lot of, I think for this group, you can create a legacy, but it may, it's step by step. With the King of Pentacles and Queen of Wands, it may take time to set the foundation and to build on some of these inspired and creative ideas. There's also a need to have full faith and trust in yourself and what you're building, because on the surface, things may look like in your life they're currently not moving forward or they're not going to move forward. And that could be adding as well to a level of self-doubt and uncertainty. But it's like the divine wants you to keep going and to keep trusting the process, trust the timing as well. With Seven of Pentacles, I feel like a lot of you have already done or invested a lot of work within self, within your, spirituality, personal growth. For some of you, this could be like a creative talent that you've already mastered, that now, creative or spiritual, that you've already mastered, that now you're ready for it to bear fruit. You're ready to bring it to the surface because you've already cultivated it. But I do feel for some of you, what you're creating as well may be quite unique, or maybe something others haven't seen. I also feel like your soul, your energy signature is very strong, very powerful. And there could be a little bit of fear around either putting yourself out there or receiving this level of attention, success, recognition. So there's an energy here as well of, becoming comfortable in the light, whether this be the spotlight or just other people witnessing your energy, your frequency, your light. Yeah, with the Chariot, there's very strong energy of don't give up and keep moving forward, like one step at a time, and holding the faith. It's like changing your mindset. Do you know when you see these stories, success stories of entrepreneurs, and they talk about, you know, how many businesses or ventures they had and they failed many times before they found their breakthrough, or actors who went for many auditions until they had their breakthrough. It's this type of energy. With Star Child, I'm also getting star power. For some of you, you are meant to be seen, or your purpose, your calling, what speaks to your soul is something that will garner a lot of attention and recognition. Not that that's the purpose, but that's something that comes along with it. But it's like when things look as though they're not working out on the surface, or things seem still in your life, and this could even be still in terms of financial flow, Spirit is wanting you to hold in and anchor that faith and trust and keep moving ahead. With Ace of Swords as well, and next to this Nine of Pentacles, I feel like you've already had to overcome like limited thinking or fear and self-doubt, or certain tendencies that could have held you back from receiving abundance or receiving a level of success. So it's like now you're ready to reap what you've sown. You're ready to, you're ready for your journey, I'm hearing, to bear fruit, to have a physical manifestation or representation of who you become internally. You have blessings beyond the soul path, honor or life, exchange of joy without karma or sacrifice. Yeah, it's like the blessings are around the corner, but I feel like they're not in your physical reality right now. And there could be a little bit of doubt or uncertainty. But I keep hearing for this group especially, you're definitely on the right path. The vision you have for yourself, what you're working on, it is the right path for you, but there's a need to keep going, keep building, and keep trusting. Ultimately, there's almost this energy of an initiation, but it's an initiation of faith. Ensuring that you have the faith to persevere, even when you don't see and you can't see the outcome just yet. You also have Lemurian Guide, sister, friend, teacher of infinite universal love. For some of you as well, what you're bringing from the stars, because I keep hearing you're channeling or building or creating something that has divine inspiration, or may even have its roots or foundation in a different star system, right? And it's like you're bringing in these divinely inspired ideas to help the collective. Now, for some of you, this could be in the form of wisdom or sharing certain spiritual truths or information. For others of you, this could be like a creative project or vision that is kind of otherworldly, or may not fully fit in or resonate in current consciousness, but has the potential to really help others long term. So it could be quite different, and it could take a little bit longer than you expected to hit your stride. Because you also have Lemurian Guide and Whale Teaching. Depth of experience and healing, teacher and mentor share wisdom. So you have teacher twice. Some of you are here to be a spiritual teacher. And what I'm hearing also is it takes time to grow into this level of wisdom. It takes time to develop yourself to a place where you can share this wisdom, or you can access this depth of emotion, insight. And I just keep getting like this was all part of the journey, but for your conscious mind, it may be taking longer than you would have thought. Yes, Syrian emissaries. This group, you're 1000% a star seed. Dream for the new earth. Time now for a magical life. Yeah, it's like you're bringing in a dream or an idea with this Ace of Swords, a vision that is part of the new earth, but changes the game for others. So it could change how they live, how they see the world, how they see themselves. You're bringing in higher consciousness essentially, but you may resonate with being ahead of your time in the sense that I feel like now is the time, but there could have been a waiting period, and that could have led you at times to doubt or have a lack of faith. Like maybe this project isn't meant to be, or maybe this business isn't going to be, it isn't going to start up and have success. There's something where you could have began to second guess yourself because of the timeline. You have Lady Nada, expanded heart, openness, liberation, let yourself love and be loved. I read that as let yourself love and be seen was what I was going to say. But yeah, your energy is really potent. You have this beautiful frequency, this love, this expansion, but with liberation as well and openness, I keep saying there's something you're creating, or your life purpose involves bringing in ideas or creating a business or project that may stretch people's minds, right? May not be instantly recognized, or could make people a little bit uncomfortable in the early stages because it's very different to what they're used to or what they consider normal, right? Or what they, it's almost like their consciousness needs to rise to be able to accommodate what you're creating and building, and there needs to be an openness. And I feel there's many people in the collective that are at that place, but it's like your vision or what you're doing and creating in terms of your purpose, your dream, your calling is for the long haul. It's something that can leave a legacy, but it may take time to build up. You also have Gaia, resilient spirit, earth connections, stay rooted in trust and faith. Yeah, what's needed with the Chariot, I'm getting that energy, that song, I get knocked down, but I get up again. No one's ever going to keep me down. There's a sense here of needing that resilience. And also, I kept saying this is a test of trust and faith, because I feel like you're so psychic and intuitive. You know this path, or you know what you're working on is for you, but there may be some doubt, like, why isn't that being reflected in the physical? Or why can't I attract abundance from this yet? Like, there's a sense of it will be abundant, or you will move into a time where it's very prosperous, but it's like there's a need for patience as things start to build. Yeah, and you literally have standstill, especially sitting on the King of Pentacles. So for some of you, this could be a message as well that, you know, increased finances and income are coming, but there's a need to be patient as certain pieces of the puzzle fall into place or come together. And again, I feel for many of you, what you're creating or building, it's of a very high frequency. And it's like not everyone may be receptive or fully understand what you're sharing or what your message is. So there's a need to have, you know, a level of patience as people kind of catch on, or as this grows and gathers momentum, because you also have security. And that's what I think you're looking at building. But I'm hearing this will create a legacy and it will create long-term security. But it may obviously take some time to reach that place where you feel really grounded and really stable. Because they're making me think of starting a fire when there's just like a single spark and then it grows into a blaze. And that's what I'm getting for you. It's like there's something you're creating that's really going to catch on. So this can also be, it makes me think of, you know, something blowing up on social media. You have like 500 views or whatever, and then it gathers momentum and then you end up with millions of views. And that won't resonate for all of you. That's just an example. Or a book, right? Like The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, where the first time he tried to sell it, the first time it was published, I think he sold like 900 copies, or it may not be that exactly, but it wasn't huge. And then he was able to find another publisher years later, and then obviously it sold, you know, millions of copies. We have Together in the Light. I give thanks for all who enter my life. I understand we are all exactly who and where we are supposed to be, and everyone contributes to each other's personal growth. Every reaction someone draws from me is a gift from their soul to mine, meant to help free me from my inner conflicts. Today, by focusing on my own development rather than on others' faults, I become one with the divine. So with this energy, number one, I think you're fostering unity consciousness in what you're creating. You're helping to spread unity consciousness, but some people may still be in that energy of division, right? Of separation. And it can be a little testing. But what I'm also hearing is don't allow other people's, there may be conflict between what other people think about what you're doing or what their advice is about what you're doing versus what you feel and know. And I'm hearing trust your own guidance, irrespective of how other people perceive your project. We have my creative power. I recognize the creative power of my thoughts. I know that I can use them to build or to destroy. Today, I choose to use my thoughts to create a universe filled with joy and harmony. I will maintain a positive attitude. I have the power to create love and peace. Again, for this group, some of you have very pertinent creative and spiritual gifts that you're here to share and use as part of your life purpose. But with your thoughts as well, it's having these thoughts of trust and faith of, I'm moving towards this goal, I will be abundant and successful, and not allowing fear or negativity and self-doubt to, you know, either cut down what you're doing or lead you to abandon your cause, your creation, your project, your business, right? What we tell ourselves will have a huge impact on what we are doing physically. So it's like the divine wants you to stay positive and stay focused, because you are moving in the right direction and it will bear fruit. But it's like changing. I'm seeing that book, You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. And it's like using, it may be working with affirmations or subliminals to really help shift your focus so that you maintain a level of faith and optimism in what you're doing and what you're creating, irrespective of what you see on the surface. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, group 2. So for this group, what I'm seeing with Merkaba is it's like you're ascending to the next level, or you're moving out of one phase or one cycle in your life, but there could be a little bit of kickback in the sense of energies as you're letting go of this, right? Like with the 5 of Pentacles, the Tower, the 10 of Swords, even the 9 of Swords, there may be a lot shedding or falling away right now. It's like one cycle or one version of yourself you're letting go of. I'm getting a really strong spiritual initiation, ascension. It could feel a little bit like a dark night of the soul in the sense of the shedding process, but I'm not getting that fully. I feel like it's like the quicker you let go of this energy or just release whatever is leaving your life, the more you move into this star energy. And with Smokey Quartz, the phrase I would use is more a purification process. They're showing me now like a snake shedding skin. So I feel as though it's like you're letting go of what has been. You're also letting go of things that have kept you, I want to say, bound into a really beautiful chapter and cycle where I'm hearing your gifts can be seen, where you can really flourish. So it's like anything that would block or limit you or has held you back previously. And this could be like fears or self-doubt or just negative thought patterns or beliefs. It's like you're fully letting go of that so you can move and step into this new chapter. I keep hearing liberation. You're going to feel as well as though you've been born again or you've been completely liberated, that you're free. I feel with this energy also, and this 10 of Swords, it's like the past is completely done for you. There's nothing more to gain from it. So you may also look back at this juncture or point on your own personal journey or spiritual path, and there's going to be a very clear beginning and end. You're literally starting a brand new cycle and chapter, but you may feel like a brand new person. That's how drastic the shift is going to be or feel. And I keep hearing from Spirit, like, trust this process. Trust. Some of you are going through not so much, well, it could be a bit of a dark night of the soul while all of this is occurring, but it's also an ego death, right? A version of yourself or aspects of self or your life that you used to identify with are completely closing out. I also see you feeling far more confident and grounded in yourself. And it's like now, this new cycle, this new chapter, you can create a life that fully reflects who you truly are at a soul level. And what's falling or what you're shedding is, again, I just heard false skin, which would be like illusions of self, right? Beliefs or identities or energies we've taken on that were never really ours to begin with. So these could be stemming from childhood or just society or projections of others. It's like you're stepping into the rawest form of self, the most authentic form of self. But again, this ties into something I feel like you're doing or you're going to shine in, like a talent or a gift. Also, your frequency, I feel, is going to be next level, but part of that is because of what you've let go of, is what I'm hearing. Because we can have obviously certain habits or patterns or thought processes that keep us in a lower vibration, right? Especially with 9 of Swords, like fear-based energies or environments, people, situations that are restrictive. Because for this group, I feel like you're shedding both internally and externally, because the 5 of Pentacles and the Tower for me does represent physical circumstance changing to match your new frequency. But I also think there's a change internally with the 9 of Swords and 10 of Swords, where you've really changed or you're changing how you think about yourself or how you think about life, what feels right for you. But I'm hearing it set you free. You may also be meeting new friends or new connections in this new cycle with this new version of yourself. But going through this energy can be obviously quite overwhelming. So there's a need to have patience or be gentle with yourself through this transformation, because it does lead somewhere beautiful and abundant, but it may not look or feel that way right now. They're showing me now like a caterpillar going into the cocoon. And that's what Spirit is saying, is you're not going to recognize yourself, I feel, within 6 to 12 months, because you're going to change so drastically. Not only you, but even your life circumstances are going to change so drastically. I feel like you and your life is going to be unrecognizable. You have stepping stones. Take the next step, let go of the old paradigm. And with this sitting on the Nine of Swords, sometimes the most important part of letting go of the past and the old paradigm, right, is dropping it from our thoughts, from our mind. So there's a lot of changes you're making, I feel, in terms of, you know, your mindset, your beliefs, your thought process. You may really be shedding or conscious of where your thoughts are going, or what you're telling yourself, or what you believe about yourself, and how that has an effect or bearing on what comes in for you. But I feel like right now, with everything going on, the number one recommendation is just to fully surrender and let go to what is happening, even if it looks confusing or aversive to, you know, what you feel should be happening or what you thought would be happening. It's like not just trusting the process. It's trusting that everything that's being removed from within self and from your physical world is designed to make room for that which is meant for you. You also have know yourself. Meditate, who am I? Veil is lifting, opening. And that's what I was getting as well. You may need extra time for introspection and meditation, but I was talking about how you're shedding illusions of self. And with veil is lifting, it's like you're seeing yourself so clearly without the input of other people. And that could be because for some of you, you are in a bit of a hermit phase, or you're spending more time in meditation in solitude, where you can figure out and get clear in terms of your energy, your intentions, your desires, without the input of other people. And that's helping you in this process as well. Yeah, I keep hearing the phrase surrender, because they just keep saying, don't try to hold on, because what's leaving your life versus what's coming is profoundly different. And there's a beautiful chapter and new beginning and a lot of opportunity and blessings on the other side of this. But right now in your physical world, it may look a little messy or tumultuous. You also have unlock your gifts. Sacred gifts, energy senses, pure love is the key. Again, there's something about stepping into your authentic expression at a soul level, your gifts, your passion. There could be something that you're doing or creating. I just feel like this energy of you know, really being in your own inspiration, you expressing your natural joy, your natural frequency. But in order to do that, it's like this shedding process or purification process has to happen first. I also feel for some of you, you may be becoming very comfortable in your own skin, like your natural form. So this could be, you know, being comfortable with, or more accepting, say, of your natural beauty, your body, your whatever makes you you, right? Your unique expression. If there were aspects of yourself that you had trouble either seeing within yourself, like being comfortable within yourself, or even putting yourself out there for example, feeling as though, oh no, I have to look a certain way to share this gift, or I have to, because I'm thinking of someone, say, that needs to put themselves on social media, or starting a business where there's a level of exposure. If there was hesitation or doubt about that, I feel like now you've worked through that, or you're moving past that. Essentially, I'm seeing the removal of any insecurities, any self-doubt, being so comfortable in your own skin that there's no sense of, there's no second guessing yourself, right? I'm hearing that song, This Is Me, by that, is it The Greatest Showman? I'm just getting that song. Arise, know and flow as the love you are, bliss, sitting on the Ten of Swords. I'm hearing flow through the endings. If things look a little arduous or difficult, or you're not sure how things are going to come together, surrender into it and trust the divine, because it is leading somewhere beautiful, and everything is happening as it was meant to, or by divine orchestration, even if it doesn't feel that way in the moment. Yeah, there's a need to just keep trusting your process, the timing of your life as well. I feel like you're ready for a new chapter, a new cycle, or you're ready for this next level of, this could be like the next level of success, the next level of exposure. It's like you're moving into this new phase. You also have Serapis Bay, paradigm shift, activation to grow, make the necessary change. And with Two of Swords, yeah, it's like you're between worlds right now, but it's necessary to step into this energy and be able to move ahead and open the door to things and people I'm hearing that are very aligned, maybe even like soul tribe community. For those of you where you're sharing a talent or you're sharing more of yourself, you could have like an online community, or you're just attracting the right people that are really drawn to your authentic self, who can see the beauty in who you truly are. Yeah, I'm just getting this energy of complete self-acceptance where there's no doubt, there's no second guessing, just complete peace with who you are and in your own skin. And for those of you who may have been plagued with any type of insecurity or self-doubt in the past, I feel like that's ending. You have Paul the Venetian, gifted one, revealing hidden talents, opportunities to shine. And it's funny you have that with the star, with unlock your gifts. So again, for this group, you are very gifted and you have a lot of gifts and natural talents that the divine is wanting you to share with others, or that it's like you're no longer holding yourself back, or if there were circumstances with that Ten of Swords, or even the past itself that felt like a hindrance to you being able to step into this energy, it's as though you're shedding old skin, you're letting go of this frequency, you're letting go of what was, so that you can allow yourself to shine, you can allow yourself to receive, you can reveal more of who you are. You literally have blessings sitting on the Three of Pentacles. There's a very strong message here of sharing your gifts or doing something with your gifts or authenticity. For some of you, the gift, you are the gift, right? You're sharing yourself. You're sharing your life. You're sharing your beliefs, your thoughts, your ideas. And that's why I was getting, for some of you, it could be like a social media platform, or it could be sharing yourself online with an online community. But I just feel like the more you do so, the more blessed you're going to be and your life is going to be. I'm also seeing this bird, and I just saw the visual of a bird being released from a cage. So for some of you, what's falling with this past energy are certain beliefs or memories from the past that kept you bound, right? It's like I keep hearing it's your liberation. This purification process is liberating you and setting you free. You also have abundance sitting on the star, so blessings and abundance. I see you being very abundant with what you're doing. There's so much bounty that's coming in for you, but when you look at what's happening right now, this shedding process is going to feel the opposite, right? And it's like Spirit is saying, keep shedding, keep letting go, keep releasing what has been, so that you make room for this abundance, that you allow this energy to come into your world. And it's starting from within you is what I feel. It's like the changes you've made in terms of your inner self, or in how you think, how you move through the world, is what's triggering this. We have I am free. Today, I find the veil of my ego has lifted and a vision of my new life has appeared. Now I am focused on my inner growth. I listen only to the voice of my heart and remain steadfast in the energy of love that I find there. I am now free of duality, fear, and judgment, and I move forward on my path to inner peace. Yeah, it's like as much as possible. Number one, I kept saying you're being liberated. So with I am free, it's like anything that bound you in the past, and especially in the mind with that Nine of Swords and Ten of Swords, I was getting, it's like, you know, when we can't, it's like our physical circumstances are changing, but our mind hasn't fully released something from the past, or hasn't released a version of ourselves. It's like you're letting go of everything. And with my new life, I was getting, your life is going to look drastically different. And I keep hearing in 6 to 12 months, not only have you transformed, but it's like your physical reality is going to be very different in terms of what you're doing. So for some of you, you may be in a brand new business, career, you may have met like soul tribe or a new circle of friends. I feel like everything is changing for you. But in order to attract all those changes in the physical, of course, we have to change internally in terms of consciousness. I connect with heaven. Today, I turn inwards and connect with the heaven within. from this place of peace, I can see that a situation I have resented is actually an ideal opportunity to work on my inner self. I understand that such experiences are necessary for my growth. Thus, I accept such situations and now live each day in serenity. So you have your path to inner peace and living each day in serenity. So can you see, it's like you're developing or cultivating this beautiful frequency of acceptance. You're accepting all of who you are. You're accepting all of your life, what you've done, where you've been, what you plan on doing next. It's like there's no resistance because you're accepting everything. And that's actually the key that I feel is liberating you. Because in order to change form, we have to accept it first, right? If I resist it or resent it or hold negativity towards something, some attribute or aspect, I can't heal it and release it. And that's what you've done. And it's like acceptance of self, especially, is what is liberating and setting you free. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, group 3. So I'm hearing for this group, for those of you that had some heart healing to do, I just heard you're coming out of the cold, right? With that Queen of Swords energy, it's like you may be in an energy now where you're a bit more receptive to either opening your heart or being ready for new possibilities, right? Like there's something that's happened emotionally in terms of your healing process where now I feel like you're ready to experience life in a new way, right? Especially if in the past you felt like you had to protect yourself or be, I don't know how to say, like with 7 of Wands, I'm getting the energy, 7 and 9 of Wands. There is a slight energy here of, you know, needing to be defensive or needing to spend time away from other people, time in solitude. But it's like you're coming out of this energy now. And with Divine Beauty, some of you may have experienced or will be experiencing a huge heart chakra opening or awakening where you're feeling more open to life. You know, you're wanting to open up maybe to others or another. There's just something here where one phase of the journey has completely closed out and it's like you're ready for more, especially more emotionally with this Divine Beauty. And with Death and King of Wands, I also get that energy where you've been reborn. And it's like now you may have needed this period with the 7 of Wands, 9 of Wands, and Queen of Swords where you were very protective of your heart, of your energy, of your life force. Whereas now it's like you've been in that energy or phase for long enough that the boundaries are solid, right? Like even if you don't need to think about it or be in this energy in order to protect your space and energy because you're so quick now to, you know, set a boundary or not tolerate any type of poor behavior. I just feel like straight away you're like, nope. And just, it's like it's innate to who you are now. And it's almost like the divine is giving you this message that you are safe to open your heart or you are safe to have new connections and they are going to be healthy. That's what I'm getting as well with 9 of Pentacles and King of Wands. Now, this doesn't have to be romantic connections. This could be like platonic or, you know, forming a community around you. Or this could even be linked to like having a business or meeting people in that capacity. But there's something here where you're opening up or you may be feeling a lot more social or you're ready to really live is what I'm getting. And that may have not been in the past. You may have been more of this in this hangman, like solo energy where you were doing a lot of inner work or you were just spending more time with self. And it's like now that may be shifting for you or you may be ready for different experiences, meeting new people, being in new environments. And with Divine Beauty, yeah, I keep hearing your heart is healed. That's the phrase that keeps repeating. Yeah, and with Death and King of Wands, it's like you may have had to do a lot of healing work or go through a huge transformation. I also feel like you're seeing yourself differently as well in the sense that your frequency is so empowered. Like you can I'm hearing you can take on anything. It's like if something were to arise, it's like you would know how to handle it. You would know how to transmute that energy. You would know how to shift the energy. And it's like in the past, you may not have felt that way, or you may have had doubts about, for example, with this Queen of Swords, you could have had difficulty setting boundaries or really taking up for yourself. Whereas now, I feel like your energy is very solid, very powerful. It's like you've balanced in this time the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and now it's fully integrated. So you can operate with both polarities. And it creates this level of protection even when you're, you know, meeting new people or putting yourself out there. I also am hearing, I feel like this group, you've done a lot of shadow work. So it's like the shadows of the past or certain projections or energies of other people can't really throw you off just because of how well you know yourself and also what you've already been through. I'm getting like warrior energy, right? Very brave, like you're the lion. You are this line, and I feel like people can just read it off your energy field now. But again, this could have been a contrast to how you were previously. In previous cycles, there could have been, you may have been a little bit more vulnerable, or you could have felt that way due to certain life circumstances or experiences that you'd had. And it's like now they're showing you the visual of like the lion and the lamb sitting peacefully together. And again, I keep getting your whole within yourself. Yeah, fire and water. Divine masculine and divine feminine has blended. We have stillness amidst turmoil. Feel emotional integration. That's what you've done. And with that volcano, you may have had to work through shadow energies. This could also be like repressed emotion. But I feel like that process is over. And with stillness, you may have had to spend a lot of time in solitude, because I'm seeing someone meditating, journaling, just spending time going within and really processing their inner state. But I feel like you're ready to come out of that phase. And that's what Spirit is letting you know as well. Like it's time to let go of, you know, maybe a hermit phase or a healing phase, because the healing is complete. And yes, we always are growing and evolving. But for now, I feel like you've healed a lot of these wounds or things that, you know, were needing to heal, that you were needing to grow beyond or let go of. It's like now that process is complete. You also have Lemurian Shaman, shadow dissolving in gaze of truth, going beyond fear, initiation. I feel like you've let go or transmuted so many emotions, right? Like difficult emotions, because with that volcano, that could have been like anger or feeling as though certain boundaries were crossed. With this Lemurian Shaman, we have an overcoming of fear, doubt, uncertainty. I feel like you've risen above all these energies already. Yeah, and it's like integrating. They keep saying that you're whole and you're complete within yourself. And I can see that as you blending divine masculine and feminine energies within self. But it also makes me think of shadow and light. It's like now, because you've become comfortable or aware of all those facets of self, nothing can really surprise you or throw you off. Because it's like there's nothing that you don't know about self, right? Or you don't see within yourself. But I feel like that cycle has come to a close, or it's about to. Okay, you have Lemurian Egg, rest, reintegration of divine potentials. You may have a connection to the water, or the water could be really healing for you. But again, it's like you've done this integration work. With rest, I feel like you're coming out of this phase of rest or solitude or hermit mode. And Spirit is preparing you that there's going to be a lot more happening in your life. With King of Wands, it's like you're entering a cycle that's it's more bold, I want to say. Or there's, you know, you may be meeting new people, trying new things. Your expression, how you see yourself or how you express yourself in the world is going through a huge revival as well, or a transformation. And you're going to be seeing yourself very differently. And again, this is who you become through this process. But with Lemurian Egg as well, there's a really strong energy here of being open to the new, because there's a lot of potentials and new beginnings here, and Spirit is letting you know that you are ready. Even if you feel uncertain or you're not sure, there is this energy that, yep, like I've done the healing work, especially when it comes to either opening your heart or connecting with others. I really see, because this Queen of Swords and this opening the heart, right to love and be loved, heart healing. With this combination, again, I already feel like this heart healing is complete, but there may be an opportunity to really connect deeply with another. I'm hearing soul to soul with divine beauty, right? And look at the eye contact. And again, this doesn't have to be romantic. This could be platonic, but I'm definitely getting like a soul connection where there's a depth of connection. you know, the love runs deep. There could be a lot of intensity in this connection as well. And you also have El Mora, spiritual force field, protective light is surrounding you. You are safe. And that's what I was saying. You may have had this period where you've had to work a lot on boundaries or feeling safe in your own skin, feeling like you can protect yourself. You may have felt, you know, protecting yourself meant closing yourself off or being alone with the Hangman and Nine of Pentacles. And it's like the divine is asking you to shift that definition, because I do feel there's a lot of new beginnings here for you, but especially in regards to connection. This is a time where I feel like you could be connecting, or there may be someone you're about to meet that has a very significant role to play in your life. But just in general, I feel like, you know, it's time for you to really open your heart, expand, and connect with others, because it's leading you into this beautiful new chapter, and the divine is wanting you to be prepared for that. And I keep hearing, remember I was saying now, it's like your energy field itself is the protection. You don't need to be perhaps as guarded in regards to boundaries, because it's like you've integrated that energy and your frequency speaks for itself. It's like people know you're a lion when they're approaching you because of that because you've integrated the masculine and feminine, the shadow and the light. You have Guru Ram Das, miraculous moment. Harmony surrounds you. Expect miracles. Yeah, with the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like your life is going to feel very miraculous in this next cycle, especially compared to where you've been, because I'm not only seeing, you know, a significant connection, a beautiful connection. This could be plural as well. There may be many beautiful connections that are coming in. You may also be with Nine of Pentacles and King of Wands. This also can represent an upgrade in regards to career success and finances and abundance. So you may be elevating in all areas of your life, not just one. Okay, we have diligence above death. Yeah, it's letting down. There's a difference between having boundaries right and being guarded. And it's almost like the divine is wanting you to still obviously maintain your boundaries, which I feel like you would do naturally. I feel like you couldn't not have this, you know, divine protection around you, but still use your discernment. But it's like not having guards up where it's difficult to allow people in or to allow this flow in, right? Because our heart has to be open to receive. And there's something here where if there were any barriers around that heart chakra, they are dissolving, they're melting. Yeah, and you literally have opportunity on the King of Wands. So again, it's multiple blessings or miracles coming in several areas of your life, but I'm hearing it has to do with that heart chakra awakening or with how you're feeling within yourself. With this expansion internally, it's like you're expanding emotionally and internally, and then in turn your life is expanding. You're able to attract more in, you're able to attract new connections and new experiences. And you also have achievement. As I advance on the road towards achievement, I discover my greatest strengths and learn from each challenge. I believe in my truest potential. Today I have faith in my abilities and in myself. I move forward towards the fulfillment of my vision. I reach my objectives. I am courageous. I embrace life. I am always in good company on this journey towards the light. Yeah, I feel like, again, this beautiful company. For those of you where this connection hasn't come in, I see a really beautiful connection entering your life. But just in general, it's like you've developed that fortitude, that strength. And again, this is confirmation of this opportunity. I see a lot of success and achievement and opportunity in your career as well. Unity. Today, I bring my attention into the present moment where I become one with my inner light. As I make this conscious connection, I find myself centered in my heart and begin to glow with my own divinity. Union with my inner light provides me with a wise and stable base from which I can now live every day of my life. So much confirmation with that. Glow with my own divinity, and you literally chose divine beauty. And then we have centered in the heart. So again, if you were more so that Queen of Swords, if you were very much in mental energy, I feel like now you're centered in that heart-based energy, or your heart is fully open again. But I feel like you found unity within yourself, which is what brings in divine connections in the material world, and that's what is causing a level up in all areas of your life because of that inner divinity and that inner unity. But I also think you may be literally either glowing at the moment, or there's something about your aura and your light and how it's, you know, how others are perceiving it that's making you very attractive, right? Like the amount of inner work you've done, this integration, this self-love, it's like it's illuminating. It's like you glow is what I'm hearing, because I keep seeing like your aura or your energy field. It's like your energy is speaking for itself, and it's very captivating to the right people, to people that are on your frequency. And that's why I feel as well, the divine is letting you know you can trust, obviously still use your discernment, but you can trust the people that are coming towards you or drawn toward you, because you're radiating this energy and you're in this frequency yourself that they are recognizing or they are wanting to match or offer. It's almost like you're bringing this beauty and this divinity to the world, and it's like meeting either one significant connection or multiple soul-based connections where they are also bringing in this light and beauty. And it's like you opening your heart is what is creating miracles, or what is creating a lot of these blessings coming in and coming towards you. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, group 4. So I'm hearing for this group, you've ascended, you learnt the lessons, and now you're leaving the past behind. So there's a very strong emphasis here on letting go of what has been and starting a brand new cycle. And when you look at the energy here, there's a lot of beautiful things coming in for you. But again, I feel like it's because of the inner work you've done. But it's also an energy of alchemy, right? Like it's like taking pain, betrayal, hurt, heartache, and transmuting it into abundance, love, joy, a legacy. I feel like your energy, you are so strong, you are so powerful, especially at a soul level. There's just such a powerful frequency to you, but it's like the wheel is turning, and what has been is now completely over. And you also have 10, 10, 10. Out of 8, you know, within 8 tarot cards, you have 3 10s. So that's confirmation that that cycle is done. You also have 3 3 3. So you could, well, actually 3 3 3 3. So you could be seeing a lot of, you know, triple numbers, 3 3 3, or quadruple numbers, 7 7 7, 10 10, or 10 10 10. I feel like the divine is giving you so many signs and synchronicities that the past is over, that you're coming into this new energy, but there could be a little bit of hesitation or doubt, like, is it really finished? For example, like, am I actually coming out of this? Because I feel for this group, you have overcome a lot, or you've had a lot of like karmic cycles, challenges, initiations. Essentially, everything's been thrown at you. When I look at this woman's stare and the intensity in her gaze, I feel like there's nothing that she cannot overcome because of that fortitude, because of that strength. But it's like you've cultivated that strength now, you've learned the lesson, and it's time for you to reap what you've sown, is what I'm hearing. And I feel like for many of you, with 10 of Pentacles and the Empress as well, I am getting that energy of a legacy. Or it's like these lessons, these experiences weren't in vain. They were there to help initiate you into a new cycle, or to help bring you into a new energy, a new frequency, that you may even share this, you know, energy and frequency with others, or help them on their own journey in terms of spiritual, well, it doesn't have to be spiritual growth, but personal growth, right? I keep hearing you're an inspiration, and the strength that you have and what you've overcome is inspiring to everyone that you meet. I just get this really powerful, potent energy within you. Yeah, like definitely divine warrior is what I'm hearing. And again, it's like I've been, you know, I've lived through the battles. I have the scars to prove it, but I'm done. You know, I'm done with everything I experienced. It's like you're letting go of any residue of the past so that you can fully embrace this beautiful new chapter. And it's like that strength, the strength and the wisdom that you attained in those experiences are going to serve you well. Again, you may literally be sharing this wisdom with others, or there could be something about your story that serves as motivation for others. Because I'm also getting For some of you, it could be like a rags to riches story, or there could be an element of starting in a position that may not be seen as particularly desirable or favorable, but then it's like you know, a turn of hands and you played the cards you were dealt and you completely transform the narrative. That's what I feel. But this could be in, I feel like this is more than one area. This could be in terms of finances, love life, every area of your life. It's like you're coming out victorious. And I feel for some of you, you may be feeling this on the horizon, but you may not see the proof yet. And that's why the divine is saying like, yep, you have graduated, you've overcome this, and it's time for you to really soar. It's time for you to fly, because it's like you've experienced the groundwork, which is, you know, it could be trying your hand at different things, or exploring, you know, certain abilities or talents or possibilities. It's like you've done the legwork and it's like now you're ready to go. You may be seeing again a lot of synchronicities or signs from the divine, whether that be through number sequences, it could be through certain animal. I just feel like the omens are speaking to you, and the divine is confirming that yes, that what you're sensing is spot on, and yes, these changes are coming for you. And with 3 of Swords and 10 of Wands, it's almost like the sense, you know, when we go through certain difficulties or there's things we have to heal, and it's like there's no more pain linked to the past. We can still recall technically what happened, but there's the emotional residue or the pain that we once felt has, you know, is over. That's what I get for you as well. It's like, and I'm hearing that song by Ariana Grande, that no tears left to cry. That's what I feel. It's like you've been through those challenges, those hardships, you've mastered it, you have the wisdom and the strength, but the emotional imprint or residue is completely gone now, or is about to be. You have star children, no veils, psychic different, cosmic inspiration and light. I feel like you've always been so connected to the divine, which is what has given you this strength. I feel like you had to, because Spirit's making me feel like a lot of this you've attained on your own. So for some of you, you may have walked this journey or overcome a lot of challenges with very little support. You may not have really had many witnesses to either what you were going through or who you've become, right? What you've overcome. Well, of course, the divine is always watching, but from a human perspective, you may not have had the, you know, social support or a lot of support, but it's like the divine is congratulating you and showing, like, look at where you started and where you're ending up, right? And again, you may be on your journey here, like you may be kind of at this point or here, but it's like, I feel like you can feel in the air that something's changing, or that, you know, blessings are coming in, you're moving into a really beautiful cycle. I kept saying psychic here as well. Some of you are literally psychic as well. Key to your freedom, healed inner child, create inner safety, self-kindness. Yeah, I feel as well with star children and healed inner child, you have completely healed yourself either from your childhood or from any wounds you had to that inner child. It's like healing complete. And that's why it doesn't have an effect on your life anymore. Do you know how when we have difficulties, it can sometimes show up with certain subconscious beliefs or patterns of behavior, like self-sabotage? It's like for you now, you can welcome in this level of joy and success and abundance because there's nothing holding you back. You've worked through some of those challenges and those barriers. You're ready for this energy. I just heard you're ready to feel the sun on your face. And it's funny because in this depiction, you can see she's obviously in cold weather. And it's like you're coming out of the cold. And for some of you, this is a literal representation of you coming out of the cold in the sense of not having that support, not having your tribe, or not having a strong community around you. Some of you may really resonate with being an underdog, because I'm seeing someone that may have been seen as quite, I feel like you've always been psychic or very tapped into spirit, but you may have been seen as quite different, or people may not have known what you were living through or going through. And it's like you come out the other side and then you share your story and you have, you know, all these people cheering for you, who are inspired by you, who love you. That's what I'm getting. Ether and matter, spiritualized matter, new life, sparkles, bedding in the light. Yeah, you're about to have a brand new life. But again, it's like, for you, I feel like matter, you could, with psychic and spiritualized matter, it's like you could see through physical circumstance to the truth beyond it. You could always see God and the divine beyond the material world. And I feel like your capacity to view things, you know, in their spiritual form or in terms of their spiritual nature has really helped or supported you in stepping into this new energy, or helped you in terms of transmuting things, because you're seeing things clearly at a soul level. You also have divine blueprints, source, self-embodiment, inspiration. You're ready. There's something about your journey or what you're going to share with others that serves as huge inspiration. I think a lot of people may feel they would not be able to survive if they lived through the experiences you did. And look at, you're so aligned, you're so in sync with, so you have so much power. Like even reading for you, I feel this, I'm almost getting chills, like this power just running through my veins where I feel so lit up. And I feel like there's this confidence you're going to have, or you may already have this confidence of, look at what I've overcome, I can do anything, like a force of nature. And that's what this journey was designed to create within you, right? This powerhouse. But it's spiritual power. It's not egoic in nature. It's coming from the soul. And it's like, although this may have been a very, very, very difficult journey, I feel as though it turned you, like it made you, is what I'm hearing. In order to live out this mission and this destiny, this journey was essential. Okay, we have Melchizedek. Divine knowledge, higher learning, commit to your vision through study. I feel like you've always been open to higher messages. You may be someone that gets a lot of messages from the divine, like whether these are like prophetic dreams, visions, you know, synchronicities, omens. Some of you could also be well versed in shamanism, or you may just have a love of the natural world, but I'm also getting that as well. With this higher learning, it's like you've integrated everything you've learned, right? And it's like because I'm thinking of the Three of Swords we had at the start, every heartbreak or every knock or every wound, it just made your heart grow back even stronger. You're even more powerful. And it's like, because with that spiritualized matter, because you see God in everyone and everything, these challenges couldn't shake your faith in the divine. Right? And a lot of people may listen to your story, or those that have the privilege to hear your story would not understand how you could keep going, how you could keep the faith. But it's because you could still feel and see the divine. You have Lady Venus, light activation, call to action, power surge, earth mission. So yeah, that was the power surge I was feeling as I'm reading for you. But in general, this power surge and this energy is there to channel it into your life's purpose, or to channel it into your mission, to channel it into something you're creating, you're building, and you're here to bring a lot of light. But in order to bring that light, right, you have to be able to hold that frequency. When you think of a lighthouse, it shines whether it's in, you know, the bleak darkness, or, you know, it doesn't change its light depending on what circumstances surround it, right? In fact, it's most useful in pitch black. There's something about you holding your light through all these challenges, or through a difficult past and background, which enables you to hold your frequency and not shift or change yourself, you know, in the future. You're able to stay true to who you really are and stay true to that light. You also have forgiveness sitting on the Empress. I feel like there's a lot you've had to forgive, maybe in others and self, but just in general, I feel like you've maintained, or you've reached a place of forgiveness and a complete letting go of what has been. And with that Empress, you kept your heart open, even if I'm hearing now victory lap. It's like the divine is congratulating you for this journey. And it's almost like they're telling your story back to you so that you really recognize exactly who you've become, right? And what this journey has led to. But with forgiveness, you may also give other people hope that they can forgive others, because if you can go through everything you have and not have bitterness in your heart and still forgive, so can they. You also have thriving on 10 of Pentacles. That's, yeah, they're saying in the past you had to survive and fight for yourself. Now you're going to be thriving in every area. We have awareness. I open my consciousness to my true self. I understand that I am here to grow, to free myself from conflict, and to discover who I really am. Today I release illusion and the limitations of the material world in order to elevate my being towards the eternal light. I grow stronger and stronger as I explore the wonderful being that I am. Again, double confirmation of how strong you are, but I release illusion and the limitations of the material world in order to elevate my being towards the internal light. That's what I'm saying. It's like, for you, limitations or blocks, you don't see them as solid because you don't see the material world as solid. You know that it's just energy, right? It's your awareness is so developed and enhanced, you see God within matter. Yep, you are the alchemist, the inner alchemist. Like an alchemist, I possess all the power I need to build a life of joy and harmony. Today, through my positive thoughts, words, and deeds, I create my own light. I understand that I can use the inner magic of intention to transform myself in the same way an alchemist transforms lead into gold. Today, I create happiness. Yeah, it's time for you to be happy. It's time for you to enjoy the lighter sides of life as well. I'm seeing joy, abundance, fulfillment. And again, I possess all the power I need to build a life. And that's what it is. It's like you always had that power. You always had that power, that strength, that passion to create and to build a beautiful future, irrespective of what God placed on your path. It didn't matter, because who you are is more potent and powerful than anything that you have needed to overcome. And it's like really recognizing that, I feel, is helping to usher in this new chapter, this new cycle, where you are going to be blessed and you're going to recognize, again, turning lead into gold. That 10 of Pentacles is the gold of everything you transmuted back here, right? Of that journey. And Spirit is saying congratulations for what you've attained, who you've become on this journey and through this process. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day.